welcome back children. Now we are going to deal with the last concept of this lesson called cell, the basic unit of life. Now in the previous videos we have discussed about how to observe cells under microscope. Now in the previous videos only I have mentioned that there are different types of cells, there are different shapes of cells, there are different sizes of cells. On a whole we are calling this as diversity in cells. What is this called, ma? Diversity in cells. Now take our human body only. In our human body we have eyes, we have ears, we have nose, we have mouth, we have hands, we have legs. These are all external organs of our body. Internally our body is designed with number of organs. Like that, to form number of organs, number of tissues should be present. Number of tissues are coming from number of cells. Now first of all, let us take RBC. What is that, ma? RBC. The full form of RBC is red blood cells. The full form of RBC is red blood cells. That means the cells which are present red in color because of hemoglobin present in our body are called as RBC. They are nothing but blood cells. The cells present in the blood which are red in color are called as what? Red blood cells. Now if you take this RBC, it will be round in shape. So these all cells, whatever it is, RBC, muscle cell, nerve cell, bone cell, white blood cell, all these are present in human beings only. All these are present in human beings only. But in the human being only, there are varieties of cells present and there are different shapes of cells present. Now, RBC is round in shape. Now, if you will see it here, these are RBC. These are RBC. What is this, ma? RBC. So, these are round in shape. Now, if you observe the parts present in it, it is having cell membrane and it is having cytoplasm. Here nucleus is not mentioned. So RBC is which kind of cell here? Prokaryotic cell. The cell with nucleus is eukaryotic. The cell without nucleus is prokaryotic. Now RBC. Now you can find the difference now. RBC is looking round and it is having cell membrane and cytoplasm. Now next, coming to muscle cell. All of you know about your muscles now? Okay, see your muscles once. Okay, like Salman Khan, Hrithik Roshan. They all are having good muscles, right? So, observing the muscle cell, the shape of the muscle cell is spindle shape. The shape of the muscle cell is spindle shape. You can find these are muscle cells. These are spindle shape. Okay, spindle shaped cells. Spindle shaped cells. So, this muscle cell is spindle shape and it is what? It is having cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus and other cell organs. Now when you take nerve cell, the next cell is what? Nerve cell. Now if you take nerve cell, this is nerve cell. You can find a long, tall cell. This is nerve cell. What is this, ma? Nerve cell. This is present in brain. This is present in brain. So this nerve cell is elongated cell. So you can find this is long, no? That is why we can say that it is an elongated cell. For this also you can find cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus and cell organs. So other than RBC, in every cell almost all they are having nucleus. So all of them can be termed as eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cell. Now if you take bone cell, all of your body is made up of skeleton. Skeleton is nothing but bones. Now see, if you take bone cell is looking like a star. You can see it very clearly here. This is star shape. Star shaped. Okay. Bone cell is looking like a star. Bone cell is looking like a star. And white blood cells are also different kinds of cells present in the blood itself. In blood, you can find RBC, that is red blood cell, and WBC also. They also look a rounded shape. Now, you can find cell membrane, cytoplasm, lobed nucleus and cell organelles. So finally what we can understand to this table is in our body only these are the cells present in the body. In our body only. In our body only RBC is present. In our body only muscle is present. In our body only nerve cell is present. In our body only bone cell is present. In our body only white blood cells are present. Every cell has its own shape. Every cell has its own size. Every cell has its own function. Every cell has its own composition. This is called composition. Okay, every cell has its own composition. By this we can understand that our cells are of different shapes, different sizes and different in number. When you come to number, now you take an example of an elephant. The elephant is a very huge animal. The elephant is a very huge animal. When you take ant, ant is a very tiny animal. Ant is a very tiny animal. Now compare the size of elephant and ant. Imagine yourself, one elephant is there here, one ant is there here. Now find out or think twice and tell me the answer. How many cells are present in this elephant, or else how much size of cells, what is the size of the cell present in the elephant? I hope you got my point. Once again I will repeat for you, ma'am. You take an elephant, you take an ant. What will be the size of cells present in the elephant? What will be the size of the cell present in the ant? Okay, just think. Okay, just think, ma'am. Think innovatively with an intellectual mind. How? Suddenly you will get, what you will get? Elephant is having a very big cell. As this ant is very small, very tiny, this will have tiny cells. Isn't it? Isn't it? But the thing here is the size of the organism does not depend upon the size of the cell. Take it granted that a big elephant will not have big cells. Smaller ant will not have small cells. Here, what is happening for the formation of such a huge elephant means the number of cells will be more. You got my point now? It doesn't mean that elephant means this much big cells will be there. Ant means this much cell will be there. This is wrong. On an average, everyone will think like this only. But for this organism to form, if such a big organism to be formed, what will happen, you know? More number of cells will be there. More number of cells will be there. For a little elephant to form, little ant to form, small amount of cells will be present. Now you got the difference, ma'am? So you should take it very seriously into consideration that big organisms will not have big cells and small organisms will not have small cells. The size of the organism is not going to depend upon the size of the cell. It just depends upon the number of cells. If the size is big, there will be formation of more number of cells. If the size is small, there will be formation of less number of cells. By this we can clearly understand that elephant will have more number of cells, whereas ant will have less number of cells. You should not think that elephant will have a big cell, ant will have a small cell. Okay, ma'am? So the size of the organism will not depend upon the size of the cell. It depends upon the number of the cell. As the size has to be increased, the number of cells will be increased, but not the size of the cell. Okay, so by this you can understand that. Now different shapes also. Now you can see this is amoeba. These are called pseudopodia. Pseudo means false, podia means feet. Pseudo means false, podia means feet, false feet. Of course, they are useful for movement kabatti. Just what we are saying here is, this is pseudopodia, which helps amoeba to move. That is why they named it as pseudopodia. Pseudo means false, podia means feet. Pseudo means false, podia means feet. So by that we can understand that cells are of different shapes. By this we can understand that cells are of different shapes. Cells are of different shapes. And understand that cells are of different sizes. Cells are of different sizes. Now take the example of bacteria. Take the example of bacteria. Now when you take bacteria, it is only 0.1 to 0.5 micrometers. Very minute. Very small. Okay. The size of the cell of bacteria. Bacteria is a unicellular organism and it is a prokaryotic cell. It is only 0.1 to 0.5 micrometers. Whereas when you take liver, kidney like that, you can find it is 20 to 30 micrometers. 20 to 30 micrometers. When you take liver in our body, kidney in our body, they are about 20 to 30 micrometers. But when you take, there are some cells which can be seen with our naked eye. Few cells are very long that they can be seen with our naked eye. The good example for that longest cell is nerve cell. What is that cell, ma? Nerve cell. Okay, and the nerve cell is 90 to 100 centimeters. 90 to 100 centimeters. So by this we can understand that there are cells which can be seen with our naked eye. Such good example is nerve cell, which is about 90 to 100 centimeters. You may ask, when all the cells are very small, why this nerve cell is very big? Because now each and every nerve cell should be connected to each and every part of our body because it should transfer messages. How this nerve cell is functioning, how the nerve cell is able to create an electric potential, how you are able to respond to the stimuli, all that you will be studying it in your 10th class. But the functioning of the nerve cell for your 8th class is, it helps to transfer the messages from one organ to another organ. Transferring of messages, Even though you take a nerve cell in animal or a human being, it is one and the same. It will do the same action called passing of information, transferring of messages. When you take the longest cell is nerve cell. When you take the largest cell, it is the egg of ostrich. Egg of ostrich is the largest cell. By this we can understand that different cells are having different shapes, different sizes, different numbers. Okay? And on a whole, what you have to remember here is few cells are visible, few cells are invisible. So in this invisible characters can be seen only under electron microscope. Okay, so by this we can understand what one? Cells are of different shapes, different sizes, and everyone is designed to have its own function, different function. So size of the cell is related to what? Function. The size of the cell is related to function. Okay, so by this we have completed the whole first lesson. Okay, and now, so once again let's recall what we have done. Who discovered cell, ma? Robert Hooke. Which year? 1665. And who discovered nucleus in the cell, ma? Robert Brown in the year 1831. The experimental material taken by Robert Hooke is oak tree. The experimental material taken by Robert Brown is orchid leaf. And the cell is having three distinct parts in it. One is cell membrane, one is cytoplasm, other one is nucleus. So cytoplasm is a jelly-like structure. Cell membrane is like a compound wall, and the magnitude of the cell, which controls all the functions of the cells, is cell nucleus. Okay, so these three are the very distinct parts, and I told you how to observe nucleus in the cells, how to observe dead cells, and how to observe living cells. Okay, children, I hope all of you have followed this lesson seriously, sincerely. Go through your textbook, and if you have any doubt regarding this subject, you can call me at any time, and meet you back again in the next video with the third lesson, microbial world.